One of my goals this year is to photograph more sunrises, and when my alarm went off at 4:30 this morning, I realized that's a terrible goal. Why did I pick this? It's like 19 degrees out and I'm sitting on a cliff. I should have made it my goal to sleep more because no human should ever be awake this early. But I also know that this is always my thought process when it comes to getting up for a sunrise, is it's just a drag to get out of bed and get out and get set up, but then it's always worth it. Also, it's so cold that there's frost developing on the inside of my camera pack right here. Okay, of course it was worth it. That sun is now up back there and it is so pretty. And especially being out here all by myself, it's so quiet. I've got to go check on my time lapse that I have going over here and make sure it's still going. I hope I set it for long enough. Another thing I'm trying to get better at this year is time lapses. I've never really practiced time lapses that much, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Let me see how much time I have left on this here. That should be good. It should get a few more minutes left. Time lapses are like the opposite of bang for your buck. You're probably going to spend at least 30 minutes on one, probably more like an hour. And if any of your settings are off, it's not really going to come out the way that you were hoping it would. And so in the past, I've always just avoided doing time lapses altogether, especially when I'm traveling. I don't want to waste a sunrise shooting a time lapse in some amazing location and then realize it didn't turn out. But this year, I'm trying to master time lapses, at least to the point where I'm confident that I can shoot one. You guys saw the one from today, so hopefully it turned out okay. So this ridge up here is actually a road, but you can't drive on it anymore, and I don't know when they closed it off to just make it a walking path, but it's about 2 miles long and it's really nice. You get views almost the entire way. But something else that's kind of cool about it that I didn't realize until the first time I came out here is it is right on the landing descent of the local airport. So every few minutes you'll have a plane come really low down across here. Something else we've been into recently is binging the 100. I don't know if everyone else knows about this show and I am just the last person to find out. And I don't even know if it was just added to Netflix or if Netflix just recommended it to us. It has 7 seasons. It ran on the CW and I never even knew about the show until like 2 weeks ago. It's set about 100 years in the future where Earth hasn't been inhabitable for nearly 100 years due to nuclear radiation. So all of the humans are living up in a space station and nobody alive now has ever been down to Earth. They're just generations after the people who survived. And the station decides to send 100 teenagers down to Earth to see if it's inhabitable yet. And the vibes of the show are very Lost meets Lord of the Flies almost, because you have a whole bunch of teenagers with no rules. We finished season 2 last night. It's so good. Highly recommend it if you want to binge something. I will warn you, the first few episodes are a little cheesy. They're kind of rough, but the show definitely hits its stride later on, so stick with it. Speaking of Netflix, I want to say thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and it encrypts your internet traffic, your IP address, and your physical location, which means that with NordVPN, I'm able to access the Netflix catalogs of countries all over the world, because every country has different shows available on its Netflix. For example, I watch Riverdale every week on Canada's Netflix. When I used to travel internationally, a VPN was really handy to watch stuff that's only available in the US. Like I really like watching SNL every week, but in a lot of countries, it'll block SNL on YouTube, like you can't watch the videos. And for NordVPN's 9th birthday, every purchase of a 2-year plan will get you 1 additional month free and a surprise gift. So go to nordvpn.com/Allison Anderson and use the code Allison Anderson. We've almost made it to spring. I am so excited. I am so ready to just get back into things. I'm starting to brainstorm some car camping trips that I can take because I didn't get that setup finished until pretty late in the year last year, so I just didn't have a lot of time to use it before the weather got terrible. Also, I would like to go on some wildflower hikes. If you have any recommendations for good wildflower hikes in Washington, let me know. Okay, I got my coffee, I got a berry scone, so I should be good to go. I am so cold. I was out on that ridge for nearly 4 hours, but I will say getting up for the sunrise was worth it. Moral of the story, it's always worth it. And I know that every time my alarm goes off for me to shoot a sunrise, I will again feel like it's not worth it, and it's just a vicious cycle, but it was worth it. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.